We are pumping up for our presses and pliés class here. My name's Ian.
I'm Lauren.
And this is, yes, Pump Master Lauren here. And in our bare feet and with kettlebells just out the back, we're working on kettlebell presses for strength and pliés and lower body mobility. Lauren starts with that kettlebell, body weight foot warm up, and then more kettlebell skills to come.
Let's try to start in space today with our feet. We'll give that a whirl. With our feet underneath us, try to spread open those toes, gripping the floors, squeezing the butt cheeks. Then think of your bowl of punch hips, your ribs on top. You're square to the front of your room, and let's gently press through one foot. Knee will come forward, ankle and knee will stay in the same line. Today we'll go up, find a light balance up there, and then slowly descend. Let's repeat that one more time on each leg, really trying to peel that heel up as you go down and trying to get it as high off the floor as you can. Now this time we'll go up, we'll come down, and then we'll do something a little different on those toes. It's just we'll pointy point and try to flex and roll them over. They spend a lot of time bunched up in those shoes, so give them some time the other direction. Pointy point, light flex, round over, come back over. Again, we'll repeat that one more time on each side here. Take your time. Try to use your muscles to push into the floor to come back up and control the down. We're using both sides of the feet as we do this. Point, flex over, and then push down to roll back through. Let's find that double balance, and we'll do one more warm up for those ankles. We'll land on a straight leg. We'll bend the knee, slight tip of the hip to reach back, and we'll bend the knee towards over the toe. Then we'll try to think about extending the hips forward, up, control the down, knee bends, light sit back, press through to tall, hip extends, double up. One more time on each side. Woo, caught that one. Knee towards over toe, press to tall. And last one. As you press this knee towards over toe, try to relax the front of the ankle. And then press. We'll spend a couple seconds up here holding our balance. Try to look around the room, moving your head or moving your eyeballs, changing your gaze. And then with nice straight knees, slowly descend. Shake that out. Give that a little wiggle. And one more thing from here before we get to the floor. Let's take a single leg and point it to the front. We'll stand tall on the other leg, almost like we could go up on that balance, so our hips extended and our cheek is squeezed. Really quickly, we'll pull the foot towards our shin, trying to keep quiet toes, meaning try not to lead with the toes or have them pointing at you. And then gently point the ankle and then point the toes. One more time. Ankle pulls towards your face and then ankle points, toes finish. Let's keep those toes pointed, turn the inseam forward, send the leg to the side, and just repeat that with the leg to the side. So again, flex the foot with the ankle, and then point and toes point. One last time, flex the ankle, and then foot points, toes point. Connect the big toe to the floor, turn the leg in, hiding the inseam, flex on the ankle, and keep that leg straight as it returns underneath. Those cheeks should be burning slightly as we switch to the other side. So we're weight shifted a little bit forward in that standing leg. Point the other leg to the front. Flex the ankle. Think about driving the heel away. And then point the foot, point the toes. One more time. Flex the ankle. Whoa, did I end in a point?
Yep.
Point the foot, finish with the toes. Rotate the leg open, send the leg to the side. Standing on tall in that squeezing leg. One more time, flex the ankle, point and point. One last time, we'll flex the ankle, turn the leg in, and pull it nice and straight underneath. I might have changed the routine a little bit, but same different. Shake it out. Let's get to the floor, do a quick plank, splits, get the kettlebell in our arms. Woo, blades together. Chin tucks, slowly flex through that rib cage. Try to really keep those shoulder blades together as long as you can so that you're trying to round through your spine and not just initiating with those blades. As we flex forward again, shift that weight into the forefoot, dangle out here for a couple seconds, breathing, and then we'll right away walk ourselves out into that plank position. In that plank, our hands are under our shoulders, our hips are tucked, our butt cheeks are squeezed, and our abs are braced. We're pulling the floor tight together underneath of us. No muscle is not engaged. Is that a double negative? I don't know, engage everything for 4, 3, 2, knees down, soft landing. Take a second off. and we'll get to those splits.
Excellent. So sweeping on through and sitting tall in the middle split here. Having the cow tip of the hip, or that anterior tip, sitting on those sit bones. How many different cues can we say? I'm not sure. We want to avoid our slumpy shape. So sitting up nice and tall, let's have our dorsiflex or karate style ankle here. Now keep this leg on my left, super, super stiff, digging into the floor. Now this same thing on the right, quad, tension up, and drive the heel in the floor as to bend the knee just that little bit. Breathe into that for 3 more seconds, and then casually relax, stiffening or straightening the knee, and you might be able to open that up. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So this leg of mine on my right would be safe and stiff, and the other leg is pulling the heel into the floor, feeling those hamstring and groin tension building, and then casually relax or stiffen, and you might wiggle it back. Let's do that one more time each side, stiff on one side and tension building and bending on the other. Outriggers with those hands as allowed and needed, and then slowly straighten. Whew, that might be a limit, but open it up again. And one more time on the other side. Pull the heel into the floor, the knee lifts or bends just a little bit, and then light effort stiffen or straighten, and then hang out one more time here. Keeping the spine nice and long, leading forward with your heart or chest. Lean into that. Maybe you could walk your hands forward, maybe find the elbows, and then maybe do something a little bit more of a slide and glide, loosey-goose style with the upper back. And then with control again, just push yourself back up to a tall sit. A challenge that might not be available depending on arm length or hip flexor strength. Let's bring the legs in front. Let's place our hands at our sides and then pull ourselves into a tuck and then walk back. And maybe you get to the first knuckles on that. And then from here, Lauren, let's plank. Let's plank again.
Plank. I'll blame it on geometry, but probably it's strength. Let's tuck those hips under. Breathe and squeeze. So pull without moving your right hand to your left hip. And then pull your left hand to your right hip. And squeeze your butt cheeks and feel that cross pattern extension in your abs for 4, 3, 2, hips lift. Let's try to keep those hands gripping the floor and walk to our feet, to our hands. Breathing, feeling those hamstrings. If you want a little more hammy, really try to reach that tailbone to the ceiling. Press through the fingertips, tuck your chin, stack yourself up, stickity stack. Shake it out. We'll grab a bell, hold it in our rack position, preparing for liftoff next set. I've been working on our presses over the past couple weeks, so here it is today. Today's pattern after this rack hold will be 2 presses, 3 presses, 5 presses, hopefully twice through. Over top of our kettlebell. We'll hinge, we'll grip, we're pulling to the rack position this time and just holding. And if you think this kettlebell feels heavy today, that's okay. So do I normally the first time I pick it up. So those ribs are to the hips, the butt cheeks are squeezed. We're thinking about pressing this bell for 3, 2 hands on, place it down. Shake it out. I can't guarantee it'll get lighter because that would be defying all odds, unless you switch bells. But it might feel a little lighter our next time under that kettlebell. So first time we're pushing down and out on the floor, sending the hips forward, squeezing the cheeks. But with that, maintaining that rib to hip tension or that plank-like abs. Pushing down and out, strong foundation to press overhead. Wrist is straight. 3, 2, park that bell. Shake it out. I'll be back to you. But until then, the bar.
In that rack position. First movement at the bar, let's be nice and loose in those hips, and then we'll take it over with a tendu right after. So take an outside leg and just pull it up to that ankle position, or just slightly higher at the knee. Then open the knee to the side, then turn in on that hip, and bring the leg across the body, and then open back up to the side. And then across the body, and open to the side. Either have that high tension karate foot, or this is our bar class, so why not try that point foot? And for a couple more in a row, loose and goose as it goes, and breathe. And open and close, and open and close. And we're practicing stability of that standing leg and mobility of the second leg here moving. Finish with the knee pointing to the side, and then just close it back up in the front. And whenever that knee or the leg is high, we want the hip on the same side to be low. Then take the leg and find the toes to the ground, and then push your buttocks or hips on top as you extend. We'll switch sides and do the same nice loosey-goose drill one time, or one set of reps on the other side. So pull up to the ankle, and we can do that from here too, or let's challenge ourselves a little higher at the knee. Then we open to the side, and we turn in on the hip, and bring it across the body, and then open to the side, and then turn in on the hip. And slow and steady as you go, and maybe test yourself without the balance aid. And we're cramping the glutes on one side to provide the stability and balance, and nicely gesturing the other leg here. We'll do that once or twice more here. Finish with a knee wide, bring the knee back to the front, and just try to lift that knee up a little higher, but if it does, the hip on the same side is going down to let that femur come up. Then let the toes touch, squeeze your butt cheeks through with a nice squeeze. More bar exercises from me, and presses from Lauren.
All right, we said set number 1 would be 2 presses. If 2 seems like too many, do 1. All right, or hold in that rack position. Right now, we'll hinge over top of that bell. We'll grip it, pull it to the rack, up, press it overhead. Inhale as you pull it down, up, press it overhead. Inhale down, 2 hands, bell parks. You stand up without it. Shake it out. Repeat the same thing on the other side. It's a hinge to pull to the rack. Up, 1. Inhale down. Up, 2. Inhale, park, and up without.
Nice. Those press sets are nice and quick, and no rest really as we go back to the bar. We'll still work from that parallel position here, and with a nice straight leg to never bend at the knee. Let's just do that tendu or the point to the front. Now as that leg comes back to standing, push the hips forward. Repeat one more time, out front, finish with the toe point, and as the leg goes back, push the hips forward. Then open the leg to the side, showing that inseam forward and finishing with the toes. And as you bring that leg back underneath, tall on that inside or standing leg, active glutes always. Repeating our second one to the side, and nice and tall in center. Tuck the hips under ever so slightly to protect that low back, and then we'll take that straight leg to the back. And then we'll roll over toes as it comes back underneath, and one more time to the back, and then one more time underneath. Let's repeat the same idea off the floor or as an agete. So to the front, off the floor, then land toe ball heel and push the hip through as the hips stay forward. One more time to the front, land toe ball heel, push the hip through. Then out to the side, land toe ball heel, and we'll just close that foot back to face forward, and then open it out to the side, land toe ball heel, particularly on the pinky side of the foot. Then out the back with a straight leg, bring it through. And then one more time out the back, and then bring it through again. Now just hold a nice little ankle balance here, and right away in that ankle or coup de pied position, could we test our balance and find that single leg releve or a single leg balance and hold it for a count of about 4, 3. No matter how high you get, it's important to come down with control and then return the foot to the ground, then extend the hips on top. We'll switch sides, inviting you to do the same thing now, and repeating front, side, and back on the floor the first time, and then slightly off. So to the front, extend the hip, getting tall and forward as the leg comes back. And then to the front again, and repeat, hips through. Now as you open to the side, a little bit sticky on the floor today, and then pull back in tall on the standing leg. Out to the side, and again, nice and tall underneath. Slight scoop of the hips, protect the low back, and reach a stiff leg to the back. And then over the toes and forward. One more time to the back, finish with the toe point, nice straight legs, and then through. This time front, off the ground, toe ball heel, grab with your pinky side of your foot. Repeating again to the front, toe ball heel and landing, the hips continue to push forward. Then out at the side, finish with the inseam forward, toe ball heel, and you will close as the foot faces forward then, and then open from the hip, and then toe ball heel, bring it underneath. To the back, point, bring it through, stay tall. Reach down and away first, and then eventually up off the ground and underneath. Then pull up that ankle again to the ankle balance, and then look straight ahead, maybe arms in a nice first position or out to the side, and then that releve or a single leg balance here, and holding. The highest demi point possible, but with the most control as we come down. The elevated foot then touches with the toes and finishes with the hips. Set 2 of presses.
So set number 2, we said we would add 1 and do 3. If 3 is too many, do a number that's less. First side, I'm going to start with my non-dominant arm, throwing that your way too. Here we go. 3, inhale to rack. 1, inhale down. 2, inhale. 3, good. Pull back down and park. Shake it out. That hup might sound awesome to you or annoying. Either way, it's very helpful and you should try it at home. So that hup comes from the abs, use it this time. Inhale to pull. Use it, inhale down. 2, pull down, and 3, pull down, 2 hands, park that kettlebell, shake it out.
Off the mat
2
there.
plus 2, 2 plus 3 is 5.
5, next time. Let's go back to the bar, and this time we'll do our turnout. But let's get there in Lauren's strict way to do it. So let's do our tendu front, then dorsiflex on the ankle. From the hip, do our external rotation, and bring that leg back. And repeat on the other side. A tendu or point forward, karate style foot, do the turnout in the hip, and bring back. Then on a quick look, pretty humbling turnout, and that's okay. That's probably the natural turnout we have from our hips. From here, we'll do our sets of pliés as we go down, creating a nice diamond shape, and then pushing through, finishing tall. Repeating again, pulling down, sitting tailbone to the ground, and extending those hips through. The grand plié style, again, is to go down all the way, then the heels lift up as we go even lower, and the heels connect first, then we further on extend those hips through. Let's do the tendu exercise out to the side, landing toe ball heel in that second position, and repeat. Pull ourselves down, sitting to your safe depth, and extend those hips through. On the down, we're pulling that energy in through the feet, and on the up phase, we're extending and pushing out through the toes. Repeating one more time, flat feet for the second round of second position, and then push through. Then we'll just tendu ourselves back, close to our first position, then pull up to that ankle balance, and then just continue on to the knee. Let's stay on a flat foot for this set. The toes are pointing down. If the leg at the side is high, it means the hip on the same side is reaching down. Grip the floor, cramp the leg, and then return, toe ball heel, and finish tall. And shake. Then, same thing on the other side. So it's to the front, a turnout, underneath, front, karate, turnout, underneath, a slight wiggle to make that just personalized for you. Then we pull ourselves down that diamond-shaped plie and push the hips forward. The tailbone reaches down and the knees reach to the wall behind us. And the hips then on the up phase reach forward. We'll get as low as we can with flat feet, then the heels casually lift up to let us get even lower, and then heels connect and hips push through. That tendu exercise out to the side, land toe ball heel. On the down phase, again, it's our pulling effort to sit low, and our pressing through the feet to extend the hips with cramped glutes. Repeating twice more. We pull in and then push through. And one more time, we pull ourselves down and then hit it up tall. Then tendu away, pull into the first position, find the ankle, and maybe you stay there, or passe or at that knee position. And if the leg is going high, the hip on that side needs to stay low. Yeah, maybe you can hold on to that and then try to hold it there. And then right back to that first position, set 3, 2 plus 3.
All right, we're doing 5 presses this time. Yes, 2 plus 3 is 5 here. We'll start back with that dominant arm. Again, finish on a good press. If that means doing 1 less, do 1 less. Here we go. Inhale to pull to rack. 1, inhale down. 2, 3. Remember, you have a whole body of muscles here to help you. So use the tension through your whole body as you warmed up in your plank to help get that bell overhead. Comes from the legs, comes from the feet, comes from the butt, and the abs. Use everything. Here we go. Second side, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, eyes stay up. 4, driving through that pinky side. 5, good. Should be a little bit of a challenge, but again, finishing on a strong press. Take a breath, shake it out, back to the bar for more hips.
More hips. Let's get into that first position. And whether it's the way that we described earlier, or just a nice casual turned out position. Let's bring a foot to the standing leg ankle. But as we do that, we'll actually have that leg bend. Then we'll straighten those legs together, reaching out front. So the legs bend together to the ankle and then stretch out front to the side. Stretch at the same time, this time to the side. But we'll find the back of the ankle and then reach back, keeping the hip forward. And then we'll do that one more time to the side and then one more time all the way around. So find the ankle in the front and then stretch those knees together. Knees bend, reaching to the side, stretching at the same time. Then one more time to the back here, full stretch. We'll repeat that one more time to the side this time, full stretch. And then find that passe position then at the knee. Hands on the bar or without, and find that balance aid. Can't look at the camera for this one. And hold for just a couple more seconds, up nice and tall on that demi. And then with the hand on the bar or with control, return to your first position and shake. So it's that fondue exercise where the knees bend together and then straighten together. A nice humble first position here, and just pull up to the ankle. And this time we'll bend the knee right away and stretch right away as well. And then pull the knees side and stretch them together. Find the back of the ankle as the knees bend and straight behind you, 6 o'clock. To the side again. And one more time through that cross pattern to the front, full stretch and toe point. To the side with knees reaching back and toes reaching long. Back of the ankle, one more time stretch out back. And then ankle, stretch to the side. Now lift the knee higher as it returns to that passe position and hold and breathe. And stay on a flat foot, or just imagine a piece of paper being slivered underneath of the foot and hold for a couple seconds longer. And then return like it's easy. And then shake it out and get ready for set 4 of presses.
So set 4, we're dropping it back to 2 reps. Let's pump them out here over top of your bell. Pull to the rack position. Hup. 1, inhale down. Hup. 2, inhale down. Park. Shake it out. I should have started with my non-dominant hand. We'll do that next time. Second side, 2 presses. 1, pull it down. Try not to bop out of that rack position, but keep that tight core when the bell returns. Ooh, take a second off.
2 feels nice after 5.
Yes.
Doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, and it's getting hot here. The presses, the pliés, nice full body workout here. Thank you for joining. We're back to the bar. This time we'll have the feet in parallel and we'll do a rond de jambe inspired exercise, but this time with a bent leg, and there's some core holds with it at the end. So stay tuned. Pull the leg up to the ankle, and we could stay there if the hamstring's speaking a little bit too loudly to us, but if allowed, let's pull it up to the knee. Then open to the side. And then just like that loosey-goose drill we started with, we'll turn in on the hip and reach to the back. Then we'll turn in on that hip, having the knee point to the ground behind you, and then pull the knee through into our hip flexion again. We'll repeat that one more time. From the front, we'll open to the side, keep the hips level as we turn in on that hip, reaching to the back, and then have the knee point to the ground with a deep knee flexion here. Hello, hamstrings. Connect the knee, and then just straighten it out. We'll repeat the same circle, but in reverse. So without moving your knee through, bend the knee, extend the hip with a slight cat tuck of the hip, and then bring the knee to the side and the foot underneath the hip, then continue the circle, knee facing forward. Slight cat tuck of the hip to protect that lumbar spine as we extend through the hip back. Then the toes get to the knee that we're standing on. With a squeeze bum, the knee faces side and then front. Now stay here. Now from there, we'll have that bent leg attitude position out front and hold. Toes line up with the belly button here.
Bottom
and
leg
breathe.
straight.
Bottom leg straight. Then pull back to that passe position and then reach out the back attitude as well. Try to maintain that turnout. It will turn in a little bit and reach out so that toe is in line with your belly button, but this time to the back. And then one more time, let's find that passe position and either just hold or find that demi point and then back down and chill. Call it off when it's been about too much. Shake it out in between. We have bent knee, rond de jambe inspired exercises and attitude holds. Let's get started. Pull to the front. Then open the knee to the side. Essential that we keep the hips level as we turn it on the hip, and that's where the cramps start to come in. And then point the knee to the ground behind you, and then pull through into hip flexion again. Knee forward. Cramp the standing leg. Open the knee to the side. Turn in. Then turn in again as the knee faces to the ground. When the knees touch, quads parallel, slowly straighten the leg for a little break. Then the 2 in the reverse is to point the foot out the back, slight cat tuck or posterior tuck of the hips, reach the hips to the back. Then the foot goes underneath the hip. The knee goes to your training partner beside you, and then onto the front. Now brush the quad or the knee through, cramp the glute on both legs, and then open to the side. From the side, the knee comes to the front. And here we'll add that attitude hold or a slight knee bend. We're trying to reach straight ahead, straight leg on the bottom, toes pointed on the one up, then back through the passe position, and then reach out the back. Project energy forward. Lengthen out that leg just a little bit, but not entirely straight. And then pull back to passe. And either that's it, or find that demi point, releve hold, and then down with control.
All right, let's get these presses going. Let's start with that non-dominant side, 3 presses, controlled but quick. Hip hinge, pull to that rack position. 1, inhale down. 2, inhale down. 3, inhale down. Park bell. Whew, shake it out. As we get a little bit more tired from all these presses, remember, whole body strength. Second side, whole body tension, I should say. So as you pull down and press, make a fist in that off arm to send the power up. And then park that bell and shake it out. Who is right?
Who is right is right. Back to the bar for one last move, and then we'll move in center as we finish. Here, it's grand battement time. So we'll take a single leg on the outside, being my right here, and just tendu to the front. We'll lift it up, we'll tap it down, and lift it right back up. So lift it, tap, lift it right back up and tap. And then bring the hip through out to this, hip through, and then we'll take the leg out to the side. So with the turnout intact, hold it there for a second. We'll lift, tap, lift again, tap, and close. Repeat to the front. To the front in a tendu, lift, tap, up, one more, and hold it, and hold it.
Oh, you didn't tell us
hold
that.
it, tap down, hip through. Little hold, little surprise at the end. So hold the turnout for a quick snapshot, and then lift, tap, and hold, and hold, and hold, tap, and close. Holy cramp monster on those quads. Shake it out. Same thing, last exercise on the bar. Tendu to the front. Lift it, tap, lift it, and tap. Hip through, leg under. Then out to the side. Lift it, tap, lift it, hold, and close. Then our set of 3. To the front, we go up, down, up and hold, and hold, and hold, and hold. Tap down, hip through. Take a quick snapshot out the side. Take a breath. Squeeze your standing leg bum cheek, and up, hold, hold, hold. Tap, and close. Last set of the bar, last set of presses. Let's hit
Keeping
those
that
numbers.
core stable during those are really challenging. All right, speaking of core, we have one last set of presses. 5 if you'd like each side. Finish strong, finish with a good rep. First side, inhale to pull to that rack. And 1, inhale down. Tension through the whole body. 3, use your 4. Last press today. 5. Bell goes down with control. Shake it out. Take a second off. Remember all those techniques as we go through this last set. Specifically, eyes stay up, bell goes up. Same thing, second side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Use that plank abs. 5. And par. Whew. That's a lot of reps today. Shake it out.
And for questions that we never get asked on Twitter, yes, Lauren's using that 18 kilogram kettlebell, and that makes me be using that 28. And when Lauren uses the 20, then I have to use the 32. So let's hold Lauren back a little bit and encourage you to practice safe strength. What your kettlebell? Tell us what your favorite kettlebell is. My favorite kettlebell is probably the 24.
Yeah, like
28,
16.
28's nice too.
To toss that around.
So let's actually move those kettlebells out of the way, just so we have a little bit of room, and invite you to do the same. We'll just finish with a nice weight transfer series here, working from that first position at first. Then we'll tendu out to the side, land toe ball heel. From here, let's pull ourselves to one side. So I pull myself across, one leg stays straight, the other leg bends. Then do that toe point or tendu exercise, and then pretend to lift. And if you can hold your balance, maybe even add a little bit of a lift there, land toe ball heel, stay the same height as we pull ourselves across, and the same idea. One leg bends, one leg stiffens. Could we lift that up and hold? Tap down. Now pull across. Same idea here. We push, finishing with the toes. Let's lift the leg, and then stretch or stand up straight on that standing leg. Now bend the knee that we're stable on, pull ourselves across, and finish with a push of the toes, and then a stretch of the knee, and the hip stays forward. Then the knee bends, and we pull ourselves across, and we'll do the same thing as you push, finishing toes, cramp those glutes, finish with straight knees, and then with a bar at the side or without, could we find that demi-point rise with a leg out on the side second. Land with a full foot, bend absorbing with a bent knee, pull, push, stiffen both legs, hold straight, take your time, find that balance, hold, and breathe, and then down, knee bend, pull ourselves here, and spend a couple more seconds in that second position. Knees reaching the back wall, upper body nice and tall, and as you finish, we'll push those hips forward, tendu one side, bring those heels back together, and enjoy a little shake. And that is, to our standard, a nice complete half-hour practice for kettlebell strength for upper body and presses, pliés, mobility exercises for the low.
It's like a ball and socket workout.
Awesome.
Hips and shoulders. Thanks for joining us today on this Thursday evening. We are back online on Saturday a.m. at 8 a.m., that is, or anytime thereafter in the archive. And it's our body weight strength class where we play with our crawls and work and progress towards our upside down move, which is our handstand. So stay tuned to that, or check out our YouTube channel for many of those yellow colored videos. On Tuesday, we start back with the strength and swing class. On Tuesday, the kettlebell, and then back here on Thursday. Until then,
you could like, subscribe, share with a friend or family member this YouTube channel. Thank you for that. And, or visit our website, subscribe to our newsletter, become a Patreon, and write us an email. Comments are appreciated. Emails are great.
Positive ones.
We love to hear from our bars and bellers. And until next time, we invite you to, as always, take care.
Stay strong.
And we'll train soon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.